going to begin looking at the inquiry lab that we're going to be looking at in class tomorrow. We're going to start out, we have 2 sample problems with this one, and then 2 questions that I'm going to ask you. So the first sample problem that we have is looking at this array of pens and pencils that I have. I have 6 pencils and I have 9 pens. And the question is, if I want to make care packages for students who've lost their supplies or forgot them at home, how many packages can I make that will have the same amount of pens and pencils in them? So I'm going to use manipulatives for this instead of going through the typical GCF process. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to divide my groups into 2. So can I make 2 packages? Divide that up into 2, that divides evenly. And then divide my pens into 2. And what I notice is that it doesn't divide equally because I have an extra pen here. So that's not going to work. Put everything back together. Maybe I'll try dividing by 3. So can I put these pencils into groups of 3? Yes, I can, and they won't roll away. Now can I put the pens into groups of 3? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They do divide into groups of 3, and then you see that I can have 3 packages with 2 pencils and 3 pens each. The first question that's going to be asked for you on the form is talking about Max. And Max has 3 fiction and 6 non-fiction books that he wants to donate. But he wants to put them into packages so that there's the same number of each type of book. It's going to be your job to figure out how many books can he put so that, how many groups can he have so that each has the same number of fiction books in it and they each have the same number of non-fiction books in it. And you'll see that also written out on the form so you don't have to panic about remembering every little detail. The next question that we're going to look at is if I want to make care packages that have 2 pens each and 1 pencil each. I already have 8 pens on me. I have my 8 pens. So the question is how many, well, that one doesn't count. So the question is how many pencils do I need to complete my care packages of 2 pens and 1 pencil each. So in order to do this, I'm going to complete a multiplication table. So I'm going to have 2 pens, 1 pencil each. There's 1 package. If I do another package, that adds another 2, which would be 4 pens, and another pencil, which would be 2 pens. So to do 2 groups, I would need 4 pens and 2 pencils. 1 group, 2 groups. The next group, I'd add on another 2 pens, which would make it 6 pens total that I need to complete this, and then another 1 pencil, which would mean 3 total pencils. My next group, I'm just going to keep completing this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can complete that. That's just off the multiplication chart. And down here, 1, 2, 3, I see a pattern, 4, 5. Now I said I wanted to know how many pencils will I need if I have 8 pens. Well, here's my 8 pens, which means I will need 4 pencils. The question for you goes back to the donating of the books. If Maria wants groups of 3 fiction books and 4 non-fiction books each, and she currently has 9 fiction books, how many non-fiction books will she need? And you'll notice that this is also written out on the Google form so that you're able to better see it.